Alright guys, the mission's simple this time. We're gonna pop in, we're gonna steal some blueprints, and then we're gonna get the hell out of here. Welcome back everyone to another episode of Zoo Heist. In case if you guys are new here, and this is quite a new series too, this is going to be our little biz series where we kind of go into a bunch of different builds on the Steam Workshop and kind of dissect them, find out what makes them tick, and kind of take some stuff out for ourselves in the process. So what we're working on today, and we'll get to this in just a little bit, but I do want to thank you guys for stopping by the channel. Currently today we are at, and I do hope I pronounce this correctly, Rezervat Ostoya, which is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful park made by both Zoof, otherwise known as Zoofluencer, and Leader, both some of the most detailing builders in the Planet Zoo community. And it's just really awesome to see the work that they put into this series. I think it's about 14 episodes if you guys want to check it out, and it really does go to show just how detailed you can make your builds and just how detailed these guys are willing to take it for themselves. So of course, like all good parks, you kind of come in through the entrance right here. And keep in mind, he already does, Leader already does have a bunch of these signs on the workshop, so do keep that in mind. But we're in the mood for some stuff that he didn't put on the workshop. We're in the mood for the smaller things that, you know, maybe he didn't think would make for a good pack, but the stuff that we think we would personally like ourselves. So let's actually hop in our car right here. Now, before we do get into this and start stealing some blueprints, I do want to say I will not be uploading any of the ones that I take to the workshop today. I will not be doing that because that is quite literally stealing, but I do encourage you guys to do this for yourselves. Not to re-upload other stuff, but to pop into these builds and kind of steal stuff along with me. Of course, you have to give all credit where credit is due. Leader and Zoof have worked tremendously hard on all the blueprints in here and all the builds in here that we're actually going to check out. So I really do suggest you guys kind of play along with us and start to take some stuff out. And we're going to get started right away with a couple of things that I have found myself enamored with already. Already, I think we can get ourselves a bunch of different blueprints happening over here, which I think will be pretty fun. Also, look at all those prairie dog holes. That's kind of funny. So essentially what I am going to be doing in here is just finding all this stuff that really speaks to me, and be it fences, be it, you know, parking gates or stuff like that, we're just going to try and take that all with us, and we're just going to see what really speaks to us. And of course, you guys might not get the same things as I do. You guys might get something completely different, and that's totally fine. Over here, I can already see we're getting some nice modular sets from Leader and Zoof. Look at this. Look how beautiful you could stack those together. Even just like simple pieces like this are so easy and so amazing to have in your inventory, just in case if you are building like, you know, larger section of zoos, you don't want to spend the time making like these blueprints from scratch. Other people have already done this for you, and it's always so amazing to rely on like the rest of the community for that stuff. I always do love to say that. So there we go right there. We're already snagging a few things in here, but I also see a lot of different other things as well. So I think over here, I think I really want to steal this. This is a really beautiful fence, and I feel like it would be really good for like, you know, cafes or maybe like a forest section. So I'm going to steal that in particular. And I'm also going to see if I could steal this entire kind of like gate. I think that's a very cute design, and I think I can kind of refactor it to be a lot more versatile and kind of have it be a little bit more even. So I think I'm going to get rid of both these sides and kind of mirror this one on the other side as well. One of the things I absolutely love about these two is the fact that they are committed to sneaking every single little like detail into their builds as possible, and it really does show. Every single thing you see in here is made plank by plank, essentially. Maybe even the roof. Definitely the roof. Look at that jazz right there. So those are some very beautiful pieces that I'm very happy to snag for ourselves right there. And already, we're not even in the park, and we already have this much beautiful, beautiful stuff to work with. And of course, you guys may be going at your own rate. You guys may be trying this out for yourselves. Oh my gosh, like all the floating logs. That's the cutest little thing ever. They do such a beautiful job with foliage. Check all that out. But again, we're not even in the park yet. I still already do see so many awesome blueprints I want to steal. And steal we shall. I want to take some of these. And do keep in mind my game is lagging quite a bit. I just did upgrade my computer. But for some reason, they love to melt my computers. Give it a couple seconds while that kind of like, you know, tries to render out. I tried to duplicate many things at once while only thinking that it's only part of one blueprint. Either way, we're going to be sitting here for a little bit, and I do have to give a huge shout out to both the Zoofluencer and Leader. You guys really do need to check out their socials. I have them linked down below. They're both incredible builders. Leader in particular just always amazes me at every point, and just go check them out. I really do suggest you guys do. I have their YouTubes, more importantly, linked down below, so that's going to be a really awesome thing to have in there. But yeah, check all this out. Even like the little curb stomps, I don't really know what you call those, like the car stops. Those are really interesting, but I'm not going to take those. What I will take, however, are these little tree guards. And I think I'll even link these up so you actually know to use it with a tree. And once that actually does link up, we should be good. I don't know why it's having such a troublesome time with loading stuff into one blueprint. That's fine and dandy right there. Look at that. This is already shaping up to be such a beautiful little set. I think we do gotta speed it up a little bit more. This bridge? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm stealing like literally everything. I may need to put these all in a habitat when I do bring them into like one of my other zoos, because this is starting to be quite a big boy right here. I think I also want to organize my blueprint graveyard a little bit better. Kind of have those be oriented a little bit more precisely. But look at all this. Oh my gosh, the little benches too. We're totally snagging these. Just like all the tiny details. These are 11 pieces right here. Just being able to add that much detail and that much love into, you know, a simple bench, or even the picnic benches. How many are these? I'm going to give a ballpark of around 100. All right, 91. That's not as bad as I thought, but still pretty crazy. And this is really good inspiration for you guys too, being able to see like all the uses for the tiny pieces that they use in here. It really does go a long way to show you what you can actually do with it. I mean, look at these planks, and even just curving them on their angle right there, it gives it such a beautiful effect. They do such an amazing job with that, and I really hope that this series goes to really show just how incredible of builders these guys are, because it really is just absolutely jaw-dropping how amazing they are at this. Again, another small fence. I always love seeing these, just like the small, tiny ones. That's really great right there. And the color difference between these two, that looks like a nice pine with like, you know, a nice another pine. I don't really know. But check this zoo out. We're finally in. I don't want to steal the gate from here, because I feel like that's very, very specific to the actual thing itself. Also, where are all the habitat cameras? I'm sorry, what? Is this made out of habitat cameras for some reason? I'm sorry, I'm a little amazed right now by the fact that we are quite literally sitting on... Yeah, what? Why are there so many habitat cameras in here? Did he use those as connectors? Oh my gosh, that's insane. Alright, that's a real pro gamer move right there if you guys have ever seen one. But I think what I'm gonna do right here, already, this is a beautiful piece. I think I'm just gonna outright take this entire thing. This is a beautiful viewing gallery. Obviously, it's not really functional, as I could probably assume, because it isn't on a path, I don't think. I don't even think this has aim paths in it at all, which I do respect. I'm really happy about that, because I feel like not too many people do like zoos that really lean into the realism a lot with all this. So it is so cool to see that. And already, oh, this is turning out to be a nice little project right here. And it does look like I did skip out on that guttering, and I do want that guttering, so I'm going to move that piece right back. And we are going to get that snagged up in our little blueprint right there. Even guttering alone, I'm always amazed how they're able to handle that, because I don't have the patience for that. It'd be really cool to see like a gutter set on the workshop or something, just so that it's a little bit easier to place with modular pieces, but of course, hey, I digress. Moving on through here, let me just kind of orient this the right way. There we go. All right, awesome. And look, we're not even through the zoo yet, but thank God it's a smaller one. But again, details are packed into every single corner. Like these fences, all right? These automatically get moved right over. That is incredible just to see how beautiful those came out. And I will kind of do what they did right over here and kind of flip this on its side a little bit. I think if we just do that and maybe a little bit more and push it up a little bit, we should be good. We should be able to actually snag this piece as well. It's beautiful, beautiful fence. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look at that go. All right, we're already starting to get a decent collection over here. This is like so much, I gotta say, this is so much more fun than the coffee shop one, because there is just so many useful things in here for a wide variety of different things. Even just like this rubble, I kind of want to just take this. If I could just deselect most of that stuff. There we go. Oh, how many pieces is that? Okay, maybe if we just get rid of all those. Awesome. Yeah, I just want that. And I also want that in there as well. So I think with that being said, we should be able to select all of that. We can get rid of some of these. And again, it's still kind of going a little crazy. And I think that actually had a lot more than we originally intended. That's a little crazy right there. So definitely keep that in mind when you do kind of move around this jazz. What is up in here that's like making it so like hyper detailed? Do you think I could just... Okay, there we go. That's more like it. So I think I'm gonna make like a decoration pile over there. I really do like that. Just like the small tiny little details. I really do love this too. What's this for? I think this is for the deer. Oh yeah, and I am working on the Rocky Mountain Elk remaster right now. So it kind of explains why that's in there. But look at all this. This is already in his feeder set. Keep that in mind. So that's why I'm not kind of taking all the feeders. But look at this. Oh my gosh. Just this beautiful, beautiful house. I can't take all of that. That's incredible. But I can't take it. What I can take, however, is probably a nice little section of gravel. I think that would be a really useful piece to have, just in like, you know, your general zoo areas. Maybe like you're working on a farm section, this is going to be a really awesome piece to have right there. And if we kind of just turn that on its side right there, that looks pretty damn good right now. Alright, what else do you have for us, boys? Let's see. I kind of do like this shed. I think we could just take this whole thing. Yeah, we can. Alright. That's awesome right there. And what are you guys getting so far? Let me know anything that I might have missed from this. I hope you guys are playing along, because this is going to be like, I don't know, I'm excited to see you guys be like, oh, I grabbed this specific fence piece. You completely missed it. Show me a picture of that on Twitter or something. I don't really know. I'm just so excited just to see how you guys react to this entire series as a whole, because as of right now, I love that. Oh my gosh, like all the goats. Also, by looking at the goats, I was able to notice these. Check that out. All right. Are those little notches in between? That is maddening. Oh my gosh. All right. But yeah, let me know what I might have missed, and just let me know what you guys are getting. Like, I'm so excited to see, like, I don't know, anything that you guys kind of pick up from this series, and just like anything that you're able to pick up from, like, you know, like the coffee one, or even if you guys have any recommendations for different ones, that'd be a really awesome thing to have as well. Like, I'd love to make this like a long-lasting series on the channel where we kind of just like check out everyone else's builds. I love this little archway. I really want to do a European section now. I feel like that'd be wicked fun to do with all this. And again, very much laggy because very high piece count, but it's so worth it. I think I'm going to sneak that right back here. And then we could keep our little archways right there. I think that's going to be pretty cheeky. Alright. moving on. What do we have in here? This is like the chicken coop, right? Oh, these are gonna be so good, especially for like ZSU. Oh no. That's the cutest thing ever. I'm totally snagging that. Look at this little nest, guys. That's incredible. Like, all the tiny details. Again, all the tiny details are what really help these creators stand out. And what is that? Is that supposed to be a little guinea pig? I mean, obviously it's a prairie dog, but I think he actually had these guinea pigs. I think that is so freaking cute right there. And what do we have in here? A beautiful little owl. Love to see that. But what I love to see even more is this climbing frame. Except I'm not gonna spend the time to really get that out. I love the fact that these baby cassowaries swim. Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea of using those. Not really sure anything else that we could take in here. It's just a lot more theming than anything else that I think you guys are more than capable of doing on your own. But what I love are these little guards. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm totally snagging these. These are so cute. Alright, maybe, yeah, if I could just extend that out by 1. That's a perfect little blueprint right there. And then we can push this right over here with like the rest of like these fences. That's gonna make ourselves a nice little section right there. That's pretty good. Alright, what else do we have? Alrighty, love these. Gonna steal these for the decoration section. Always do love seeing flower beds and flower planters. I think those are all throughout the zoo, so that's pretty good. What else can we snag from here? Is this a custom water trough? This is literally a custom water trough. How do they do this? Genuinely, how do they do this? I think I'm gonna actually try and do that. And I think it's trying to snag onto all the other branches as well. Which I don't want. I don't want all those branches. I only want that. So I think I should be able to move that out. Did that take everything, though? I'm kind of worried it didn't. Right, it only missed that, but is that important? I would say that's important. Let's kind of take that, too. Alright, so apparently it doesn't want to work all that well, so I could just kind of take these out. And that should be good. No, it is still not cooperating. Okay, maybe it's... yeah, okay, there we go. Alright, awesome. So we were able to do that. That's one of the issues with some of the pieces in Planet Zoo. It's the fact that, like, some of them don't really have the best and, like, most logical hitboxes. But it's totally fine because, you know what? There's ways around it. You can orient yourself the right way. Look at that. Just the fact that, like, these boys literally use, like, these very intriguing pieces just to create, like, you know, a rusted pipe or something. That's insane to see right there. Definitely some stuff I want to integrate in my ZSU zoos going forward. Oh, no. Guys, I'm taking this. I'm sorry. This is literally just, like, screams me. I just gotta actually deselect these pieces first. Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll deselect that first. And then we'll deselect that. Awesome. So we have that one. And I think we could also get a straight piece. So I think what I'll do, I'll kind of like push this over. And I will delete these and this. Alright, awesome. Now we get these little, I don't know, little... I think these are for the guinea pigs. Yeah, those are for the guinea pigs. The little guinea pig pen pit. I don't really know. I really love it, though. So we're just going to take that and push that over here. This is already so impressive. Just like the fact that there's so much of this stuff in here that is so useful, that is going to be so helpful for our zoos going forward. That's incredible to have right there. And look at our goats. Well, they're not mine. They're like leaders and zoos, but that's incredible right there. What is this? Oh my gosh, is that like a well? That's so cool. Probably not useful for my zoos, but it's still wicked cool to see. Little aviary, I think that's pretty cute right there. Again, custom roofs. I don't know how they do it. It's incredible. And again, all the signs are on their workshop. You guys are free to check those out. You should be able to find that directly from like the link down in the description down below. But look at all this. And what's that? A baby ostrich? Oh my gosh, I love the coloration on that. That's so cool. But check out those beautiful aviaries. What else can we take? I kind of want to take like this. That's a pretty cool piece right there. Is that still connected to everything else? Let's try it. Let's just move it out of there. Let's see what happens. Let's see what kind of chaos we can get into. Or maybe let's see what kind of like computer frying magic can happen in here. Alright, so apparently kind of took some stuff out from the rest of the zoo. No worries though. I still want to take like all this though. So that's wicked nice right there. Beautiful, beautiful little... I guess you could call that a centerpiece. Yeah, that's definitely a centerpiece right there. And where are we? We're about like at these aviaries up here. And what's this for? I think this is for piggies. Yeah, the little Barbarossas. Looking pretty nice over there. But yeah, I think we already have some of these fences. I don't want to go too crazy with them. I want you guys to have your... Are you kidding? Are you guys kidding me right now? Look at this. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we are... Okay, number one, we're taking this little pallet because, lo and behold, we already have a pallet in the game, but these nutzos decide to make their own too. Okay. I'm literally going to take all of this. Like, I'm going to try and take as much of this section as possible. If I could just kind of do that. And maybe deselect a couple of these. I don't really know why they're getting a little too crazy. But I think that should be good enough. I think what I'm going to do is get rid of those though. So this should be a nice little centerpiece for a goat habitat. In case if you guys have like ibex in your zoos and it's kind of like a relatively low budget zoo, you guys can kind of like whip this into shape for them right there. I think that'd be a kind of cute idea. But look at that. That's a beautiful, beautiful centerpiece right there. And I think we could actually group that all into one so we can, you know, move that around freely. I don't know why the grouping mechanism really isn't working the best right now. It's kind of weird, but it's totally fine. And I think we'll steal this palette too. I remember when Leader uploaded this originally, or was it Zoof? I really don't know. I apologize. But he was literally just like, yeah, if you guys want like the building set, go for it. But pop into the build to, oh yeah, I also have the Cape Buffalo remaster too. I was kind of like, what? But no, he was kind of like, yeah, you guys can check out more of the stuff on your own in there. And I was like, bet. So that's kind of like the origins of this series. It was like, kind of lived in my mind rent-free since then. Also just waiting for this to group up because I did want this nice little gate over here. And we're just going to push this all the way back here, back to our blueprint graveyard. And I think we have a couple more habitats to go before we can call this done. So yeah, we have that right there, and we also have its twin right there with the gate built in. I think that's pretty nice. And what else do we have around here? We have all these cows. Oh, so this is very interesting. So you kind of like come around here. You see like these beautiful little goats. Look at them go. That's incredible. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm taking all this. This is like too good for me not to take. So I think if we kind of just select all our right pieces, we can kind of deselect the ones that we don't want. And I'll tell you what, we can just move all those out, and then we can play around with the extra branches somewhere else. And then we could group it all up together, because I think that should be under like 10,000 or 5,000. I forget what blueprints are supposed to be at, but I think this should be fine enough. So if my game chooses to load, again, keep in mind we are working with very high piece count. I apologize if it's a little bit of a slideshow right now, but we'll be working ourselves through it. Yeah, if we just get rid of these and these. I think I'll keep the other ones though. Also, I want to get rid of that because it doesn't really serve a point to me right now. Also, we'll get rid of that. And I think we'll even get rid of these pieces too, just because they're not really serving a purpose. I want these to be like as standalone as possible, which I think is pretty important. Also, hello, you're not allowed in here. What are you doing? Get out, please. Alright, awesome. There we go. Alright. So if we just tuck that in, I believe it was about at that height. That seems about right. That's pretty awesome right there. And in fact, I'm gonna steal an aviary. I don't really care. I really just want all of these as possible because they did such an amazing job on this. I can't believe it. Alright, so if we start working our way through here and start grouping some stuff up, hopefully it should all come in one go. I'm really hoping that we're able to even blueprint everything all in one go. That would be ideal. But they even have like all the small tiny little details with like the doors and stuff. That's literally whack. That is quite literally the definition of whack. Alright, so if we merge all that together, I think we should be able to move everything out, no problem. Alright, there is still a few pieces in here. Keep that in mind when you do kind of do stuff like this. There's always going to be like, you know, missing pieces. Just work your way through it. You should be able to group it up in no time. And I think, hopefully, knock on wood, that should be all set. And if we move that around, nothing really comes out. There's just that piece right there and a little piece on the back, so that should be fine. Alright, so in that case, I just gotta find where that beam actually is. So I think it's right in there. And I did see that we kind of snagged a couple extra things in here as well, so we're just gonna get rid of those later. So, oh, I guess it didn't want to be selected. So I think what we're actually gonna do, we're gonna do kind of something like that. And get rid of the trees, because why would we want trees in this blueprint? Alright, that should be good. Alright, knock on wood again. That's everything. Okay, there's still that one beam back there. Is it that important? Will it, like, tear the entire building down? I don't think it will. It'll be fine. So let's tuck that right in there. That's a beautiful building right there if I've ever seen one. What else can we snag? Oh my gosh, this is really fun. I love this little wagon. Look at this little barn. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is incredible. So, it's too much stuff for me to get on my own. You guys definitely need to pop in here and try it out for yourself. But I think that'll be our last one. We'll end it with some animal at the end. But I do want to thank you guys once again. And I do want to thank both Zoof and Leader for working on, I'm going to try and say it again, Rezervat Leszna Ostoja. Okay, hopefully I said that right. Feel free to berate me for my horrible Polish later. But yeah, that's about it for the video. So in case if you guys enjoyed this little episode, definitely let me know below in the comments. You guys are always so awesome to join up in there. Let me know what you guys would like to cover next. This is very much like a forest one. I think we could do like a city one next. I think I know just the guy for that kind of stuff right there, so maybe we could play with that when we do get there. But that's about it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the two creators, both Zoof and Leader, down below in the description. Check out Rezervat Leszna Ostoja down below as well. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. Take care and have the most wonderful of wonderful days. Bye-bye now.